The reason I want to be an entrepreneur is because I know that I am an entrepreneur. I see one way of life, which is to work, save up for retirement, get a house, and then realize that once I do retire, I ain't got enough money. So I'm probably going to work for another 5 to 10 years. So now I can finally buy an apartment to have a little more money during my retirement. And then I'm going to realize, like, shit, I'm old. These fucking hospital bills is something else. So I really still ain't got that much money. So that way it's just X'd out. All right. On top of me not like working for most people and shit like that, being told what to do, and really just the minuity of kind of knowing what every day is going to bring and what I'm going to be doing, when I'm going to be doing it. That shit just is. I know for a fact that isn't me, especially if it's not anything creative. All right, so the second thing that I see as a way of life is to be a hustler, whether that's drug dealing, scamming, whatever. It's probably all mixed up into one. Pimp, that's pretty much all the illegal shit that you can do to fucking get some money. And then you find which one works for you best and focus on that. Now that, all right, honestly, I think that's better than working, in my own opinion, because for one, you can be who you are. You can feel like yourself. You can work when you want to work, if you want to call that working. But the thing is about that is the risk. I don't think, even though the money is easy and it's fast, once you get it rolling, you can make a lot, you can make it easy, and you can make it fast. Like that's the upside. All right. Well, first of all, that's a trap because we still live in a society, and it's still, white supremacy, and the prisons are still made for people like me. And I have seen people that I grew up with who live those type of lifestyles get shot, get killed, and be imprisoned. So the risk to me is just, it's not worth it. And I also love to be an inspiration to people. And like I said, that's the easy way. Even though it's dangerous, it could be dangerous. You can get robbed too. I ain't say that you can get robbed, all this type of stuff. So it could be some stress in that, some stress. Probably not as much stress as in what I'm going to talk about next, which is entrepreneurship. And I mean, yeah, working is really not much stress either. Like, if you have a job, it could be stressed during the day, but you're not stressed like financially. You're not stressed about your basic needs being met or taken away from you, But I love to be an inspiration, and I do love a challenge. I want to find a way out, and I also want to make a lot of money. So entrepreneurship, which is out of the three, I feel is best for me. Entrepreneurship provides that, and it's a mixture of both. It's a mixture of being a hustler, and it's a mixture of being a worker. And the key ingredient, which I see, is to be self-discipline. So when you're working, you're disciplined. You waking up at the same time every day. You're doing your job, but you got somebody making you do that. Like, you have, like, let's just say, a stress behind that, like a fucking boss making you do those things or else. But as an entrepreneur, even as a hustler, you ain't got that. So it's going to take discipline to get on your grind every day. And now we think that working, like being a worker, like 40 hours a week plus overtime, that's a lot, which it is a lot of work. And it actually feels like work. But with entrepreneurship, you literally vibrating on a higher level than a worker will be. And this is why this is so inspiring, and I would like to inspire people like this. And I'm playing within the rules of society, so I ain't got to worry about prison or nothing like that. So I want to win. That's the challenge. I want to win the right way. All right, that's the challenge that I want to fucking compete against, and still get what I want out of it, which is the prize of being rich. But there's definitely risk. Like, the whole entrepreneurship thing is a risk. But if you have self-discipline, and the other key ingredient is humility, then shit, you can definitely pull it off. All right, so self-discipline is mainly because you need to grind. You're going to have to put in more work hours than an actual worker, especially at the beginning, because you at the very beginning, you got to do a lot of learning. You got to make a lot of mistakes, and you got to be in it for the long run because you got to fucking lose money, right? You risking money. Okay, so with entrepreneurship, your main risk is money. All right, and the biggest upside is your time. And when you a regular worker, your main thing being taken away from you is your time freedom, but the biggest benefit of it is your financial stability. And as a hustler, you pretty much got time freedom and financial stability. But like I said, that's usually, I don't want to say usually, but a lot of times though, like you risking your life though, you know what I'm saying? Your freedom and shit. You can either die forever, you can be locked up for years. And then if you ever want to get a job, it can be harder for you then. Like, that's just, that's why, man, if it wasn't for that shit, I'd be a hustler. But to me, that's just not worth it. Because I appreciate my life and I appreciate my time more than anything. Again, which is why I lean more towards entrepreneurship. Now, when you shifting mentally from a worker to an entrepreneur, that in itself, and that's probably the biggest hurdle, because you got to live like an entrepreneur every day. Like I said, you're going to be living on a higher vibration, meaning that you need to be humble. So when you see a worker or a hustler or a video gamer or someone who watches porn, you got to be humble enough to realize that whatever somebody else doing have nothing to do with you, but you need to know, you need to be doing what you have to do in order to live the life that you know you are meant to live. Meaning, let me say it another way, your actions have to reflect your values. Your behavior has to reflect your values. What you believe about yourself is the only thing that you need. It's the only way that you have to live with. Like, your values can't just be something in your head. It got to get out of your mind and it got to show. Now, with that being said, if you can stay on that vibration, like letting your values, like turn them into actions and do that consistently, like I said again, self-discipline. And it goes beyond, this is the only thing that really goes beyond making money, because it's all a means to an end. Being a worker, being a hustler, being an entrepreneur. At the end of the day, we get into these three different things to make money, because that's just how the society's set up. All right. The fourth bonus option was just to be here, just be. I did that too. It's basically being a hippie, not worrying about money, just waking up, eating, etc., etc. And you can't eat without money, because God provides food and He provides shelter and He provides clothing. Like I said, I did it. You don't need money to eat. You just need to trust God, trust the universe, however you want to say it. And you could really literally live like how animals do in a society as well. You could do it, but it won't be ideal for you, if you're not in that, especially if you're not in that damn mindset. It could be ideal if you don't mind, like not looking fresh and shit all the time. But I'm digressing a little bit. Entrepreneurship, living on that vibration, it goes beyond money. So it goes into health. It's about it's literally that entrepreneurship. You gotta commit and devote your whole entire being into it, not only for business but also for your family. So if you got kids, you got to be a great mother or father. If you have a body, you need to fucking take care of it. You need to eat right. You need to sleep right. You need to exercise. Right? And then your business. And that's pretty much it. That's the only thing you're going to have time for. You can make time for, little hobbies and shit. But really, that's what I'm saying. It's more work. And it's kind of, like I said, it got elements of being a worker and a hustler. Because you got your flexibility. You got your time freedom. You're your own boss. Just like when you're a hustler. But as a worker, shit, you gotta be disciplined and you gotta fucking put hours in every day. But the thing is, since you on that high vibration, people gonna be inspired by you. They gonna look up to you, and if you can do it consistently, the risk of you risking your money as an entrepreneur, because that's the thing that you risk when you on this journey of entrepreneurship, is your financial well-being for the future, I should say, like your overall net worth and what you So if you a sucky entrepreneur, you probably gonna be broke if you never get good at entrepreneurship, or if you give up and not get a good job or some shit. You probably gonna be broke by the time you're old, because you're constantly investing too. So as an entrepreneur, it's like when you do make money, you only make it to invest it back in, because you have to be the one making the workers comfortable and giving them that financial stability, right? And then the main thing that's going to keep your business healthy and to keep your entrepreneurship, going good is the value that you bring to the marketplace and to the customer. So like, it goes back to humility, and it's really like humbling yourself and making sure your product is something valuable to people and that they want it. So as chaotic as your life could get, because life is still life, no matter what you're doing, shit's going to happen. You're going to go through mood swings, like everything is going to be happening, but that business got to stay open, and you always got to be there for the customer. You got to make sure that the shit runs smooth for the customer, because you never know when they're going to be wanting your product or your service. All right, because those are the ones that's paying the bills and is keeping your company from going bankrupt, et cetera, and it's keeping your employees, because you a boss, man. You on a high vibration, so you providing that. You probably don't have that financial stability for you, but shit, you're gonna have to have that for your employees, and that's the only reason they got a job, or else they go get another job, So yeah, man, it's real. So honestly, to me, entrepreneurship is the toughest, but I know that those other two is just not for my soul. It's not for my spirit, and I can't do those other two. So with that being said, now you can see that it don't matter. It don't matter what somebody else is doing, because I got a lot of shit to be fucking doing myself. And I have to do that, because that's just what the fuck I gotta do. I've been a hippie, right? I don't want to be a hustler. I don't want to be a worker. I've been a worker, don't want to be a fucking worker. I hustled for a week, and I knew that shit went for me, because I don't really fuck with niggas like that. And I don't fuck with the police, man. Like, no. Like, and I don't fuck with fucking claustrophobia or being detained. And then that's way more control and bossiness if I ever was to get locked up. Entrepreneurship. So hopefully I can be a blessing to my clients, customers, to my employees, inspiration to my children. Because yeah, man, this stuff ain't something that you could take lightly and be looking to be successful at. So again, with that being said, everything ain't for everyone. And the thing is, at one point, working was for me, until I realized it wasn't. At one point, being in love was for me, until I realized it wasn't. Everybody's on their own journey, and they would hopefully become who they need to become when the time comes for them. So yeah, humility. All right, humility, self-discipline, and bringing and building value to the marketplace. Keys to being a successful entrepreneur. Peace.